Last night's episode of Fear the Walking Dead saw the shocking death of Madison, played by Kim Dickens. The stalwart bravely and fiercely sacrificed herself for the good of her group in a brutal onslaught of walkers. As she put herself in harm's way, the rest of her group escaped the stadium safely. This shocking death leaves Alicia Debnam Carey, as the only other founding member of the Walking Dead spin-off show. With Madison's role as leader now up for grabs, will Alicia attempt to take up the mantle of the group's matriarch? Earlier on in the show it was hinted that Morgan, Lenny James, may be set to become the group's new leader. Showrunner Andrew Chambliss recently spoke to Sci-Fi Wire and revealed there may not be anyone to take over Madison's mantle. But Madison may not be replaced after all. He said, "The back half of the season has all of our characters asking themselves, what do we do to move forward? Who are we to each other? How can we come back from all these really dark things we did?" We really view this as an ensemble show, and we're going to be telling stories throughout the back half of the season that will focus on different characters grappling with those existential questions in different ways. It's really going to be finding all these characters who, at the end of the mid-season finale, were sitting around a campfire seemingly together, really asking themselves what is it that holds them together now that they've put revenge behind them, now that they no longer have Madison as the leader of the stadium. This may force the group to take up the reins of their fate and begin deciding as a democracy where they ought to be headed. But Madison's death will be felt throughout the show, as illustrated by Strand actor Coleman Domingo. He recently explained, "I mean, just imagine losing two of your core in one season, and we found out right before we started. You're losing someone that you're used to working with all the time and that you enjoy working with so much. But you also understand the nature of it, and understand the storytelling. It's a lot of things to process, because you also have to process new people coming in at the same time. I'll be very honest with you, the first couple months in our season, we were all doing a balancing act, trying to figure it all out together. It required intense amounts of grace, and patience, and frustration, and being honest about your feelings." With Morgan now an integral member of the group, and having experienced Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, leadership, he may look at taking over the group. But could Morgan's group reconvene with Rick's group later on in this series once a new enemy reveals itself? Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 airs weekly in the UK on BTTV on AMC on Mondays at 2 AM and 9 PM.